Hi everyone, welcome back to An African Eye. I am Ash Appleton. Today I'm going to talk you through 5 common interior decorating mistakes and what you can do to fix them. So stay tuned and let's see how many of these styling crimes you're guilty of. Number 1, no sense of arrival. Like you literally walk through the front door and you're bang smack in your living space. So this is a problem I had here in my apartment. So what I've done is create anticipation. I put this bookshelf and that acts as a passageway. It blocks the front door. So you lead people to where you want them to look first. And in my case, it's at this artwork. And this artwork sets up a sense of what my space is all about. So think about how you can do this. Lots of ways. Movable shelving, plants, screens, bit of fabric, loads and loads of ways, and they don't have to cost a fortune. Number 2, no personality. There's no clue about who you are or where you live. For me, as soon as you walk in, you're like, okay, Ash loves color. That's the first thing you notice, right? Ash is color mad. And then the little clues. I live in Kenya, I live in Nairobi, I'm African. And you can see this in the reference points to that. In my artwork, things I buy. I'm a photographer. Look at the books I collect. So many interiors are stuff from China or Dubai. There's nothing wrong with this per se, but the thing is, what are you saying about yourself? What are you saying about the things you like, the things that inspire you? So think about how you can inject personality into your interior. It doesn't have to cost a fortune. We have markets, little craft fairs. There's so many places and opportunities to pick up stuff that's going to say something about who you are. Number 3, unzoned living spaces. For many of us, we live in open plan apartments, so we don't have the luxury of separate dining rooms, living rooms, studies, media, kitchens. It's all one big space. So if you've got this kind of a setup, you really need to zone it. So here, this is my living area. This is where I relax, I watch TV, I entertain, I have people coming around. So what I've done in this space is created a sort of a different feel in the same room. So in my living area, it reflects more of the African art and accessories. And in the dining end of the room, I went for a different vibe. It's more London, if you get my meaning, because London is basically my second home and I wanted to bring a little bit of that to Nairobi. So that's what I've done here. So I've played down the African art. You can see with this piece of art and sort of whimsical accessories, but then generally the scheme still ties together. Number 4, and this one gets me every single time, is when you allow the TV to dominate your scheme. This doesn't work and it shouldn't work unless you have a dedicated media room. Most of us live in one big sort of open plan space. So you've got to minimize the TV. What do? Put it against the side of a wall like I've done here. Decorate around it so that your eye is drawn away from it. You can even paint the wall behind the TV a darker color, and that way it recedes into the background. Avoid the television dominating your decorating scheme. When I moved into this apartment, the wiring for the TV was against this main wall. So that meant that's the first thing you'd have seen. So what I did, I rewired to make sure that the television was against the side wall. So what dominates when you walk in is this cabinet and this beautiful artwork there. And number 5, not hanging up art correctly. So many people hang up art too high. You need to hang it up at eye level, gallery level, so that you're seeing it directly. You're not having to crane your neck to look at it. That's the biggest mistake people make, hanging up art too high. Another mistake is having one piece of art, usually not that big, on a huge wall. So it's sort of hanging lonely, floating on this wall. So if that's your issue, you either have a huge piece for maximum impact. And by the way, big pieces of art work really well in small interiors. They make them bigger. So there you go. I hope this was helpful. 5 common interior styling mistakes and what you can do to fix them. No sense of arrival, zero personality, unzoned spaces, the TV dominating the scheme, and art hung incorrectly. Let me know what you think. I'm here to help. Shout out, like this video, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the notification button, and I'll see you soon. Bye.